Hey, yo! What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Y'all been doing a good? It's a great day. It's a great day for you. It's a great day for me. Aha. I don't have to say that. I felt this up. My nigga. Yeah. My nigga. What's up, y'all? How the frick y'all doing, man? It's a great grandos day, lassie, don't you know? Got great things coming this way. I got great things and great prosperity, got riches. Hope you stay tuned. Make sure you like the video, you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification for daily uploads. Oh, you dig? What's up, my nigga? It's a great freaking day. Man, it's a great day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, ever since this stuff right here, like, I was waiting on to leave, you know. I left, you know, I left as far as I'm not staying with the narcissist anymore. And because of that, the narcissist got mad. They told my biological mother, who was a narcissist, she is so abusive. I mean, it'll be easier describing the things that she didn't do to me, what she did do. Use your imagination. You most likely you imagine it, she didn't done it to me. But there's no contact with her from 5 years. Shows up at my door, my hotel room door. Yeah, I know, I already explained that. You guys can look at the previous videos for that. That she tried to barge her way through it when I cracked to see who it was. I know, ridiculous. So yeah, her husband, who is separated from, I knew they've been talking or whatever, but apparently they've been talking a lot more. He went to go tell her that, you know, they wanted to stop me because right now, this is me growing, you know, further growing. This is me becoming free, you know, getting away from them. And I know I got to leave this building. And that's the whole thing was coming along with. And that's going to come along with the story. The thing is, I've been trying to get some things so I can help move my stuff. You guys know I tried to go to the U-Haul. I'm pretty sure I already explained that, but I'm getting a car rental. But the thing is, they got this thing where they don't want to give it to you if you're not catching a flight. And most of the car rental places are like at airports. I'm not catching a flight, nigga. I just need to get the vehicle. I'm gonna transfer it back to another, you know, rental place. It's just I'm not catching a flight, and they doing all this stuff where about credit check, freaking business thing, you know, credit and debit for. And I'm just like, golly, nigga. I don't remember being ever this difficult to get a car rental, nigga. I really don't. But anyway, so yeah, but I noticed I was gonna say this on video, but I haven't got a chance. But this I'm gonna take the chance to say it now. So I said, you know, I was talking about how is this one person, you know, the saying, you know, she was talking about how much she was stressing, whatever, stressing, this, just endless of things. Her boyfriend, her kids, you know, this job that she hates. You know, she actually worked. She was a housekeeper here, and then whatever. So I just told her, hey, stop. You know, I said, just hey, what you need to do, because she had a plethora of problems. I said, hey, just go a week without eating meat. Just go a week without eating meat. You know what I'm saying? And she said, go a week without eating meat. And I just said, yep. And she said, okay. And she was like really hesitant. She didn't even know she could do it. And I said, go a week without meat. So say you're gonna go a week without eating meat. Say, I'm gonna go a week without eating meat. And I just said it saying together. I'm gonna go a week without eating meat. I'm gonna go saying I'm gonna go a week without eating meat. You know, we're casting the spell. And the reason why she came to this about health, because you know I'm a health coach. So with that being said, I had said, you know, walked her to it and she talked her to it, you know, And she's like, okay. She's going like this. And so then I think the next time I saw her, I mean, she started walking so upright. This is the first day. And I was like, started walking so upright, had it so much energy, simply just full of life. It was like, well, she's like, hey, everybody seeing me today. They say, oh my gosh, you look so great. You got so much energy. You in a great mood. She was just never ever seen her like this. Never ever seen her like this. Like with just so much light and life. I seen her for years, you feel me? But she was just on top of the world, you know? And so then she kept going and then I think the other times then the other days I saw her, she's like, okay. Then I think I saw her maybe 3 or 4 days, on a fourth day or something. She's like, hey, no, I think or 3 days or something. She's like, and I saw her, I said, hey, so how's no meat going? She said, okay, look, so listen. Okay, look, so listen. I had some meat. I'm saying I ate some meat, whatever, and I'm just like, she's like, I just had some meat, so then, but you know what? And then I'm like, okay. I just listened to her. I said, all right, because you know what, complacency happens. I'll be a liar myself if I haven't done with complacency and don't deal with complacency. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay. So when are you gonna restart again? She's like, okay. You know, I'm gonna start when I get real serious. So I say, what about you? Problems with your kids? You call them kids. Problem with your children. Problem with your children and they're graduating. Problem with you at this job. Them harassing you at the job. Problems with your relatives, your sister, uh, a funeral, death of a close one, out of state, you not having a vehicle and trying to get a ride to there, and your sister not wanting to take you there. She's telling you, oh, you need to get a ride somewhere else. You pay somebody else. But she couldn't take you when you were going the same place to someone that was close to you. I'm not even sure. I think it wasn't some female that had died in her, who she was related to. And then, what else? Oh, and then, your insecure boyfriend sees you talking to us as we're walking our dog, as he's coming to pick you up, and he's giving you issues about that, and that is going on in your life, and you say you gonna wait till you get real serious, and you ain't trying to get done or get your life right when it's real serious, then I don't know. I don't freaking know. So here's the deal. They're saying, so with that being said, she never actually did it. She said she kept saying she's gonna wait, and I said, hey, when are you gonna do it again? When are you gonna do it again? She's like, I'm gonna wait till I get real serious. She just kept saying she gets real serious, and she never went back to do it. Do you know people will fight their way back down to the bottom? People talk about so many problems that they want to add, that they want to solve, and they wish it could be complete and done with. They really don't even want them done. They just would rather be entertained of the thought of it being done, but they don't want to get it done. They don't want it done. They don't want it complete. People got a lot of woe is me syndrome. People got a lot of woe is me syndrome. You know that? People got a lot of that. They'd rather just be infatuated with just the thought of a solution because they don't really want it. And you know what? And they want you to be a part of it. And that's why they keep telling you. They keep telling you. That sounds like a lot of negative things, a lot of negative energy, draining people. And I done met that. And you know what? And just far as with that same person, I end up seeing them. Seeing them, they were working here or whatever. And then I think, let me see, they did something to the point where they didn't, it was a housekeeper, they didn't want to give us service. And it was sitting there like days without getting service. And it was already a poor service, so they didn't want to give it to us. So, and I needed towels. So I said, I'm like, man, I went up to the front and I said, hey, I didn't get any towels. And she's like, and then because the front desk person, she's like, she didn't give you no towels. And she happened to be right there. She's like, they don't ever be in their room. She said, they don't want it. And then the other housekeepers, they don't want it. They said they don't want it. They spazzing out and all this. And I'm like, the frick. But, due to Coach Corey Wayne, it's not really, it's no really beneficial reason for the most part to argue with women or females. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just like, they acting like that. So then she's going up the stairs, and because I'm going back to my room and whatever, and then she goes into this room, and her energy already is, it's just evil, real vile. And she's like, here's the towels. She gets the towels without saying anything, without even saying anything, just hand. I'm like, what the frick? So just with like that, and I'm just grabbed. I'm like, okay, like what the heck? And then one time I stepped out to take my dog out, and I happened to see that. Oh, what happened? I was like, I stepped out. I think I was stepping out backwards, and I just like, that feeling. If they say how looks can kill. I felt the energy on the back of my, and I was just like, and I just couldn't like smile and fake about it. And I saw it, and I turned around and I seen it. And I see it, and this bitch was looking at me like if looks could kill. And I'm just like, yo, this bitch. And I was looking at her, I'm like, what's up then? Because I'm like, what move you gonna make then, gangster? And I'm like, yo, this bitch is evil. Like, that bitch showed me who she was. An evil bitch. All because I asked to get service. When you don't give me service and you wishy-washy with it, you just to do what you're supposed to do. So I'm like, man, you know what? I was kind of glad. I was like, you know what? I'm glad that I recognize that experience because people show you who they are. So then her mask dropped. You dig? I'm cooking, y'all. So her mask dropped. Per se. She showed who she was. She showed who she was, mate. She showed who she was. So I'm like, and so then after that, somebody like that, you don't need any type of involvement with them. You really don't need any type of involvement with them. So I just act like she didn't exist. So, like days pass or whatever, she tried to, or like a day or a week or some shit. Oh, when she ended up walking past me or whatever, she's like, she ended up like keeping a straight face or whatever, and then like trying to smile. Trying to smile with me. Or something. And I'm just like, what the frick? And I just said, and she like, that's what it eventually came to, like her like laughing when she was walking past me, but not saying anything, like it was some type of joke or some type of funniness to it, because I didn't think it was funny, bitch. I mean, I don't rock with your ass, bitch. I don't associate with you, ho. Freak you talking about? Anyways, um, so, I, and so then she went from not talking to me, or not talking because I wasn't talking to her, and then she went to fake laughing, laughing or whatever, like something was funny, and so then she thinks she could, and then she eventually started speaking, whatever. I think one time I was on a balcony, and she happened to see me, so then she's like, she's like, hey, so tell me, she said, look, we need to talk. Those are the first words she said to me. She said, we need to talk. Because I was like, I kind of looked in the direction that somebody was speaking, and I didn't move my feet at all. So I'm like, so look, we need to talk. So, and then she started talking, and then I just ignored that bitch. I just ignored her. And the thing is, the narcissists, they love to think that I can stop talking to you and I can stop communicating with you, and then I can speak to you whenever I want. That's if you're a little toy that you can put down and put back up and play with whenever they want to. When somebody like that disrespects you, you don't go along with it. You don't. You know that? You don't go along with that. Oh, this about to be hot, boy. About to be hot, boy. Hey, I'm a hot boy. Hey. I'm making some quinoa. But you don't let somebody disrespect you like that. So, with that being said, she got an issue with that. But narcissists, they'll speak to you. So if you got a dog, they'll speak to your dog because your dog's around you, just to try to get under your skin. But you're just a lousy, trashy ass bitch. I'm not speaking to you, bitch. You're not doing me, for everybody trying to speak to my pet. And so then with that bitch, apparently as far as recently or something, because like I told you with her, how she talks about how they treat her at the job and stress and whatnot. And so apparently she got it into it with one of the managers, and she said, oh, I quit. Oh, she quit, and then she ended up walking out. I mean, whatever. She could have just walked away, got unemployment or something, instead of just her quitting. But I don't know. And this is what I heard from somebody else. So then dates pass, like weeks pass, whatever. Guess what? Guess who I see when I step out? I step out my door because now I'm in my own place. I see her across the other building, the hotel, same hotel. I'm like, yo, this bitch came back to the same work. This bitch came back to the same job. She had already been working here for 10 years. 11 years, I'm sorry. 11 years. 11 freaking years, man. 11 freaking years. People will fight their way to the motherfucking bottom. I can't believe she came back to this job, this bum ass job. How they treat people over here. It's all, and this other sister said that too. Like, why the hell would you come back to this bitch after that? Frick that. Have some respect and integrity about yourself. You coming back to this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. So people fight their way to the bottom. And the thing too, because with this one, another thing too, and this one I was staying in the same location. You know what I'm saying, is my biological father. Um, when I was getting to no contact, going to go no contact, I was reaching out to people trying to find who can I room with or whatever. I was talking to this one brother, and it turns out he happened to he's talking about he was staying with his abusive mother as well, and he was out of state, and I was like, oh, okay, and I was like, okay, hey man, so yeah, let's do this, and I was like, okay, let's go, let's go, let's room together, let's room together, bro, and he's like, yeah, I'm ready to do it. Okay, so what state? I was like, I think he was saying Texas, but I'm like, okay, whatever. Anything is really better than, majority of things is better than staying with the narcissist. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go. So I'm like, yeah, let's go to Texas. And you know what, man? The brother, so as things start coming online, I was serious about it. So I was like, okay, so I'm like, when we gonna do it? When? I'm literally talking to him like, when we gonna do it? He's like, and he starts backpedaling and having tons of excuses why he can't do this and why he can't do that. And I'm just like, dog, what the frick, man? You talking like you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. So I'm like, man, what the frick? But this man was talking about he has so much problems, but yet he's backpedaling is why he can't do it when we can do this. People fighting their way to the bottom. You heard me? And this is another thing too. When I think it's a video when y'all saw me walking to to the store, and then when somebody happened to come, you heard somebody in the background, and it said, "Oh hey, da da da," and then I had told y'all I had ended the video because they asked me for my number or something like that. Yeah, that video. And so then turns out that was somebody I used to work with at Starbucks, sorry. And when I used to work there, they was like, they were close. They were a coworker, and then there was a friend at time. A friend before. A friend before, and then what else happened? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. There was a friend, and then she was like, oh, I'm trying to think how to word this. There was a friend before, but then they tried to put a, then there was something at the job where this other pale bitch who didn't like me, already knew, who didn't, and the coworker didn't like me, had lied and said right in front of her something that I called, saying that because the person was born a female, but identifies as a male, said something like, I don't know, some type of mixing of the pronoun or something like that or whatever. And I said, oh, I didn't even know this. And then when she was telling me about it, she was like, oh, okay, no big deal. But the person who doesn't like me, she ended up saying, because I expressed in it why I got wrongfully fired at Starbucks, that video. And she said that she told me that she said that something like, oh, I thought I said that it didn't matter. Oh, I thought it didn't matter or something. I was right in front of you. Why would that say that? How could I say that? And before that, this person wouldn't even, the coworker, they wouldn't even tell me that the person had said it, who it was, because I had to play the guessing game. And they sending me trying to tell me this stuff through text. And they said it's in there because I thought this person was my friend at one time and said, oh, you're my friend. I don't want to be your friend anymore. It was like a long ass paragraph text, and I'm just like, what? It was like the day. It was like after I had clocked out. I'm like, you wait till the day after I clock out. Why not say this to me there? So I don't live far. Literally, Starbucks is like literally there from here. Literally, can see it, walking distance. You dig what I'm saying? So then I'm like, all right. So then I go there. So then I go in there to talk here like everybody else does. And then, you know, I get avoided questions. People don't want to talk. And then when I talk to the pal, and I ask the pale bitch, who it doesn't like me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I said, why? Because after I had, because the coworker who didn't want to tell me who it was until I had to guess. They nodded their head after I said their name. I'm like, oh gosh. So I went to them and I said, did you say, because I wanted to make sure I looked at the phone, looked at the text, did you say that I thought it didn't matter that when Sammy said, oh, I said your name, F you. I don't give a frick, bitch. Well, it's not even your real name. Come on now. That you had didn't want to see or something. Oh yeah, that you said, because I read the text and I wanted to make sure that you had said something that I thought it didn't matter that what the sex was or something like that, or I thought it didn't matter after it asked if it was from a he or a she. You thought I said that? She said, you said I said that. She said, oh, I thought, and I said I looked that bitch in the eyes. The bitch couldn't even look me in the eyes. She went like, she turned around. It was like, I thought you had said, and it turned around because she couldn't look me in my eyes. Freaking hybrid bitch. I said, yo. And then they went over with that and ran off and tried to act like I came in there screaming, whatnot, and raising. That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all. That's ridiculous. Cause Sam was responding to my text when I was texting her back. Cause I just texted you back after I was reading that. And kind of like I'm doing now, I was cooking. It was like, oh, I wanted to talk about it after work. So then that happened, and then the company, they wanted to do meetings or whatever. The manager wanted to do meetings, and so I ended up doing meetings, and then it was just like, oh. Ended up doing meetings, and then it was just like, oh, did you say this? Did this happen like that? And I'm like, no, it didn't happen like that. And then it's just this, and then okay, we're gonna talk, and then I talk about it more in another video. But yeah, but then I said I happened to see you when I came in at work the next time. The manager, she said, yeah, you don't seem like yourself. I'm like, yeah, it's like, I just want you and Sammy to be okay, you to be all cool. And I'm just like, okay. So then she's like, so I was like, yeah. I'm like, Sammy didn't even speak to me today. He's like, you didn't? So then, yeah, he didn't speak to me. And then it turns out, and then, so the manager ended up saying something to her, to Sammy, and then it was like, okay. It was like, oh, and then they're saying something to me now. And it was like, it's like, oh, I did speak. She said, I did speak to you when you came in. And I said, oh, really? It said, okay. And because I did say something to Sam. I did say hi when it's right by the oven. But then Sammy said he's deaf. So he has like a hearing. But there's something with a hearing. But it was like, I was right next to you. And he was like, oh, but yeah, I did say hi. And you didn't say anything. And it did make me sad when you came in. I said, oh, okay. But then she said that, because I did say we're gonna have to talk. Because they're going to talk. But she said she's going to talk to me after work or something. Yeah, after work. Yeah, she's going to talk to me after work. So then, with that being said, since she said she's going to talk to me after work, I was like, all right. So then after work, like outside of work, the dad clock out, and then I don't get any call from Sam. The next day, I don't get any call. The other day, and I still going to work or whatever, and I still see this person, and he's still not calling me and contacting me. So then they're never talking to me about what this this big situation is. This big situation that really took place, because it came from somebody who doesn't like me. And real talk, because of that, the fact that you're mad that you even believe that, You didn't deserve to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, when I was at this goes back to the video when you guys saw some person that asked for my number or whatever. I had thought that maybe that this person asked for my number because they wanted to talk because they were in a rush. They were in a rush as they were there, and finally said what had to be said. But they just asked my number, said, "Oh, are you still staying such and such?" Said, "Yeah," and it was like, and then I was like, literally the only text they ever sent. They haven't heard from me anything, so they have my number. I got a new number now, of course. Funny how things play out. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, with that being said, F that person. And then this happens to be today. I was taking my dog out. As I'm taking my dog out, I see somebody taking a trash. I said, that looks like Sammy. That looks like Sammy. I said, yo, that looks like this person, the person, whatever. So then I'm like, and I happened to see it. And they didn't even see me because I was bundled up, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like a distance. And they were taking out the trash. And I said, yo, they stopped working at Starbucks to go work at this one restaurant. And they hated it at Starbucks. And now they're back at Starbucks, taking the trash out at Starbucks. And I said, yo, you hated it. I'm thinking, I said, you hated this job. How the hell are you going back to this motherfucker? How could you even dare? Like, and I said, why? Yo, I said, wow, people are like really stuck. I said, people are like really stuck. People are like really stuck on what? People are really stuck and they ain't going nowhere in life. They ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They stuck and they not going anywhere in life. They just going in the same cycle. And that's what I noticed ever since I left the narcissist, my biological father. I noticed the people in the same cycle. They ain't going nowhere. Like he wasn't going there. He was there literally for years. He ain't got no other plans. He ain't trying to get no house, no apartment, none of this. All this other stuff was just talk, trying to entertain different thoughts. And I said, F that. And I just happened to see a cycle of things, And even employees that work here, these trashy ass people here. The trashy ass bitch too. Bitches, sorry, it's multiple. You know. But yeah, they so focused on what you do. You know what I'm saying? They so focused on what you do. And it's like they mad that I got my own freedom, man. I got some independence. I've got my own room. I'm away from him. They don't even know the situation. They really don't. They don't know the situation between that was of my biological father. But yeah, they say, because they just mad because I got my own room. And it's like, oh, they keep trying to tell me, oh, you're going to be moving back in with your biological father. You're going to be moving back in. I had to tell one of these bitches because she kept telling me, you can check out. Like, bitch, I don't know. I can't check out, ho. I said, I know I've said this in the video. I said, don't talk to me like that. Because the bitch was just so angry. She couldn't even hold in her emotions. You know, the narcs, they really can't hold in their emotions unless they're around authority figures. You know what I'm saying? Other people that's selective with it. So then she was like, I will talk to you like that. And I said, you know what? You only talk to people like that behind, on the phone, and you only talk to people behind the glass. And just and I bloop, and I hung up on that bitch. And that bitch had called right back. And I did that and said, I let that bitch ring. And so then when that bitch happened to see me, this is when I was trying to heal from my hip and whatnot. The bitch didn't see me. She didn't come inside. Why didn't you pull up, ho? You know I was at. And anytime you didn't see me, you didn't come pull up, ho. You know I was at when my door was broke and it's still broke right now in this janky ass hotel. Then my door was fixed and you had to come to go get the door open so I wouldn't be locked out. Why ain't you pull up then? Bitch, you trying to make small talk. Oh, it's cold out here. Nah, bitch. It's 100 degrees out. What the frick you think it is, ho? It's December in motherfucking Michigan, ho. Talking about, bitch. Bitch want to play soft. Bitch, you not about it. Why ain't you pull up on me then? These motherfucking narcissists, they talk tough, but they not tough. Same why this other bitch too. I found out she be talking, one of these other hot trashy ass housekeepers, they be talking crazy. She be talking crazy. I'm like, she's such a blabbermouth. The only reason why I found out somebody, she said she's a blabbermouth because she keeps talking, bragging about how she got a gun. You only do that because you got a gun. I'm like, you suck with it. It's like these narcissists are motherfucking cowards. It's different ethnic background, trash, you good, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like it's like you leave a narcissist, you got to figure out how you got to leave the whole environment. You got to move yourself in the whole system. And she, that pale bitch too, who I told her, who I hung up on, that bitch was telling me before, because she was saying, making up lies and telling me stuff that she said the whole place is talking about you. I said, why is this whole place talking about me? Because she was talking about how I got smoke in my room and something I smoke. I said, I don't smoke. I do not smoke, so I don't know what the hell you talking about. And then she said something like, oh, this whole place is talking about you. I said, what the frick? I don't even talk to y'all niggas. How the frick is y'all niggas talking about me? She's like, hey, they just are. And I said, who? She said, and she wouldn't tell me who. And I said, yo, these people are so infatuated with you. And that's what I was just like, like, when you leave one narcissist, you got to leave the whole narcissist environment. And sometimes you may not realize it as much. Hey. That's how I'm getting this rental. And things is coming along. Things is coming along, like I said. But I'm just trying to we are going to get the hell up out of here. Speak life into yourself. And that's one of the things with y'all who's going through this stuff. I'll tell y'all this, never ever give up. The narcissist wants you to give up. They have no life themselves. This is why they want to take yours. They want to take your soul. They want to take your energy. F them. They can die off. I'll never give up. But, yeah. If you guys made it this far, comment. Healing through inspiration is the best health coach. Yeah, comment that. But yeah, speaking of that, you stuff like this. A lot of these channels are narcissistic coaches or personality coaches or therapists, whatever degree, whatever license stuff they got. They don't speak about the experience. It's kind of like, what's this? Oh, what happened to you? No, they don't ever speak about the experience. So you don't know if the person you're talking to can relate. Because if you can't relate to the stuff, you can't help. You can't help anybody. You can't help them, really. You can't comprehend how people are feeling or what they've been through, then you can't help them. But yet these people are offering coaching service and they have big followings and they're doing narcissistic videos or borderline personality disorder theory, whatever toxic relationship or any type of thing, but they're not going in depth and speaking about the experience. They're just going and blabbling, and they got big followings and whatnot. And it's just putting out regurgitated things. So in case with that, you want to speak to somebody who's actually been through something, you can relate. You can DM us on Instagram at healingthroughinspiration, or follow us if you're not following us already. We post it on regular, or you can just send us an email at info@healingthroughinspiration.com. You dig what I'm saying with the subject coaching. Yeah, we got our artwork in the description. Artwork in the description box, and our amazing apparel, American apparel. You can get that at healingthroughinspiration.com/shop. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, right now with this corona, these masks and these jobs, I'm telling you like this, yo. Or should I say the fear virus or the C virus, whatever, Android 19, whatever the frick. You need right now is to start a business. You need to become an entrepreneur. You have skills. We are very talented people. We are very skillful. You gotta learn how to use that. You gotta take a business course, because the business course I took myself, the best business course I ever took, I paid coaches thousands of dollars. Even one coach, thousands of dollars alone. And this course already beats that as far as the knowledge and information that's given. It's just so jam-packed. You're serious about making change, gotta get serious. Just click the link in the description for that. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Still daily uploads. and share this to whoever needs it. Peace, love, and light, y'all.